Hey guys, Darren here with a box review of 1997 Score. And they do have other releases of these, including team releases, but this is just the regular straightforward Score that we normally collected. 36 pack box, 10 cards per pack. And every single card came with this little scorecard here. It's got information on one side, it's got nothing on the back. So it's just kind of filler, but I figured I'd show you what came in every single pack. And this is the way the packs look, and this is almost exactly the way that the team packs look as well, which, for what it's worth. But just so that you know, there are other releases that look very similar. I want to kick it off by saying that the card set is a 330 card set, and I have 232, so I'm 98 cards shy of the set, and that's a lot, especially when you've got nearly half as many doubles. So the doubles are quite a lot. So this is definitely one of those cases of, if you want to collect a set, it's going to take multiple boxes. With the doubles, I did get a pretty decent number of star players. So I got Bledsoe, Brett Favre, Terrell Davis, I got an Emmitt Smith big play, and 2 Dan Marino checklists. So for what I got, that was pretty decent, but more doubles than I would have liked. But also because I'm missing about a quarter of the set, there are a lot of players I didn't get, and so I do have John Elway, and I've got Emmitt Smith, as well as Jerry Rice, Dan Marino, Steve Young, Troy Aikman, and then rookies of Tiki Barber, or only a rookie of Tiki Barber, and then big plays, Barry Sanders, Steve Young, and Emmitt Smith you already saw. So there is a fair amount that I didn't get, and I've already got the set, so that doesn't really matter, but that was kind of a tricky component to it, which is just that it would have been really nice had it allowed me to get closer to a set in one box, but yeah, for what it's worth. Going through the cards, this is a lackluster card set because some of the images are pretty good, and the images do tend to read not too bad, but the information at the top and the bottom just kind of disappears, and you really don't care about it. And so you got to be invested in the images. And if they had lined this up just team by team, then I think it would have read a lot better, because the images would have read, because you're not jumping so far between images. And that's kind of a flaw to the card set. But where I really have a problem with going through and experiencing this is that when you get to the end, the draft pick rookies, these are some of the worst draft pick rookies for me. Not the fact that they don't have the emblems on the helmets. That's just it does cheapen it even more. But I've never been a fan of doing draft pick rookie cards where you just have them in their uniforms. And then on top of that, the whole design is just so overly basic that this really is kind of a screeching halt for me. And that does not pick up when you move on to the big plays. These cards don't really read either. And it's a pretty good percentage of the set. Basically, it's about 60 cards. So that's probably 20% of the set. And for every pack, you're going to get two of these. So for me, that was always kind of a drag. I never really got my spirits lifted up while I was going through. It was more of a mechanical process and looking for those few cases where there's something of interest. So we have the showcase cards, and I got 6 of those. And with Lawrence Phillips, Chimanga Biaka-Patuka, I got Eddie Kennison, Tamarick Vanover, Willie Green, and Tyrone Wheatley. So those were the ones that I got. Nothing special, but always good to get one of these cards out. They didn't really stick very much, but they weren't completely loose, so I just had to take a second as I was separating them. And then also with Tamarick Vanover, so I'll show you both of them. I also got his artist proof. So the artist proof it looks pretty cool. This is kind of one of those cases where this is a card set that was not, I don't think it was designed for the parallels, but it ends up working really well for the artist proof parallel. So it's kind of like an early version of what we would eventually see, where the card design suffered in order for the parallels to look good. But this is the difference between the two of them. And so So good to get one of the artist proof cards. And then I only got one new breed card, a card I already have. I actually have doubles, I think triples of this card. But still Eddie George, so that was good. And then I got one card of the franchise. I did not get the one with the holofoil, it's just the regular, but I got John Elway, so definitely good for that. And then as far as the odds go, Showcase Series 1 in 7, so that's about right. Artist Proof 1 per box, that's right. New Breed 1 in 23, so I could get 1 or 2. And then with the franchise, 1 in 71. So this is 1 every 2 boxes, so I was lucky to get that. And then the franchise enhanced is 1 in 250. So that's like 1 in every 7, 1 in 8, every 8 boxes, something like that. So, you know, it makes sense I didn't get it. So I hit basically kind of above the average, or for the average. I think it was pretty fair to say. So this to me is kind of the way that any one of these boxes would go. I wish it was exciting going through, but 97 Score was like their Fleer year. It was, Score always had a tough time with good card designs. Not as bad as Fleer, but they had a rough time. And I thought that in 96 they really hit it well. And I like the 98 cards. They're not the best, but 97 is this one weird year where these cards really don't work well. They just don't. So for me, this really was more of a mechanical experience. And that's kind of the way I'll put it. And that's kind of the way I'll leave it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And yeah.